Morning. It was supposed to be Super Saturday, the chance for a final decision on the government's Brexit deal. It was anything but. MPs arguing with protesters as they trooped in for the first Saturday sitting since the Falklands War, hoping the Brexit battle was reaching endgame.
Well, I'm going to vote against the deal. It's very bad for the country.
I shall vote for the deal as the country wants it done.
We must bring an end to it. Today is the day.
But if clarity was what some longed for in this divided House, clarity was not what was delivered.
The ayes to the right, 322. The noes to the left, 306.
That the sound of the government losing another vote. But it wasn't a clear yes-no on the Prime Minister's deal. It was instead a vote to postpone that decision until after the Prime Minister asks for a Brexit delay.
I'm not daunted or dismayed by this particular result.
Something Mr. Johnson immediately suggested he would not be doing.
I will not negotiate a delay with the EU, and neither does the law compel me to do so. I will tell our friends and colleagues in the EU exactly what I have told everyone in the last 88 days that I've served as Prime Minister, that further delay would be bad for this country, bad for our European Union, and bad for democracy.
The idea the Prime Minister might try to avoid writing a letter to Brussels asking for an extension, a red rag to the opposition.
Today is an historic day for Parliament because it said it will not be blackmailed by a Prime Minister who is apparently prepared once again to defy a law passed by this Parliament.
Tonight, the government has set out how it intends to square that circle. This is the letter the Prime Minister is sending to Brussels. It does state, "I'm writing to inform the European Council that the United Kingdom is seeking a further extension." But it's just a photocopy of the letter contained in the Benn Act with quote marks around the wording, the Act's line numbers down the side, and very deliberately left unsigned. And the Prime Minister will also be writing a separate letter to EU leaders saying any extension would damage the interests of the UK and the EU. The Tory rebel who organised today's delay was insistent his purpose was not to scupper the deal, but to prevent no deal.
Now, when the Prime Minister brings the withdrawal implementation bill to the House of Commons, we will be voting for it. And if it does so become the law, this country will leave on the 31st of October, of hope that I share with the Prime Minister, but it will do so on the basis of knowing that should anything go wrong, we will not crash out without a deal on that day.
Crucial in all of this, the government's one-time allies, the DUP. Furious about the Prime Minister's deal, they were instrumental in today's defeat.
These are issues that we feel very strongly about because we believe in the union and we believe that there shouldn't be any unnecessary trade barriers east-west or north-south. So, look, we'll continue to discuss with the government these issues going forward, but they've got to realise that, the strength of feeling on our side.
But the government may yet get its deal through without them. Members of the cabinet, including Jacob Rees-Mogg with his son, had to leave this evening through jeering protesters. Anger and frustration the order of the day, but on Monday they'll be back to try to force the Brexit legislation through anyway, the government counting on the EU not granting, or not granting quickly, any delay. Romilly Weeks, ITV News, Westminster.